Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, or whatever it is for you. It's another gorgeous morning out there here in Nayarit, Mexico. I apologize that I'm quite a few minutes late. I got carried away cleaning the stove. I cooked up some jam yesterday, and my wife is coming back today from her vacation, and I didn't want the stove all dirty. So I cleaned the stove and I completely forgot about the time. So anyhow, that's my bag of excuses for being late this morning here. All right, so you can throw that back at me or just chuck it, whatever you want to do. So first of all, I want to thank you very much for watching this video, whether you come and join me on my broadcast or even come on board with me, or you're welcome either way. So ways of building communities of health and prosperity using the TBC using TBC. Broadcast number 156. Okay, so what I want to talk about this morning is about building TBC, about the blog post that TBC had put out, that admin posted. All right, so I let's see, did I actually share the screen, or what did I do here? Okay, I didn't. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and do that. I'm gonna share the screen, and we'll go and have a look at a few things. I would love it if you would jump on board with me. However, if you do, I don't know if I'll be able to hear you unless you unmute yourself and start talking. Otherwise, I'll be pretty much on the blog, and we can't very well dialogue if I'm sharing the screen and I don't know that you're there. All right, so the new cookie rewards are crazy because they are so good. Okay, well that's a video, so I guess maybe we'll listen to the video, a little bit of it. But then, maybe not. Our broadcasters are so excited about the new cookie rewards. It's another video. Happy birthday to, okay, so we did look at that. This is the, this is a baby that was named after the TheBillionCoin. So I'm sure that'll be that'll be interesting for him to grow up. I think it's a boy. I'm not sure, but I think so. Let's see, the baby. Happy birthday to the baby named after the TheBillionCoin. It doesn't say. Sometimes it's hard to tell when they're young like that. All right, so let's just again go back. Okay, so we are launching 2 additional cookie rewards soon. Cookie rewards, logo, an article. Let's have a peek at that. So here we are. Now, I think I have said it before in my broadcasts, and in case I haven't, I'm gonna say it again, that I believe the numbers on population, this idea of there being 7 billion people, I believe that is blown far out of proportion. Quite frankly, if there is even any more than 2 billion, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. I think that if humanity was actually, if the population of the globe would actually be counted, I doubt that there'd be more than 2 billion. And here, the world is in turmoil, trying to, there are pranksters or gangsters or idiotic reptiles, whatever they are just stirring the pot of turmoil to try and create more wars, to bring about another world war. And it makes me wonder, is humanity gonna be, how should I say, blind enough to fall for it? That's a question. Quite frankly, I believe that if we would just all do what those people in Russia and maybe and some other places are doing, just simply walking away from the system completely, just leave it, just walk away, stop obeying any laws, stop using their money, stop all of it, just walk away. Just walk away. But what would that do? Because they are feeding on all of us. And if we stop feeding them, then obviously there wouldn't be much they could do. All right, so anyway, that's my 2 cents worth here. So now the cookie rewards, if you know, if we want to live in this world, and that's, I guess, that's another way to do it, you know, is to just simply all switch over to TBC. If we just all switch over to TBC instead of using the monetary system, then you know, I mean, I'm sure we could come up with ways to barter, because we do have wallets. We can send each other coin for, you know, maybe we'd have to figure out ways, if the coin can't be broken down more than what a kringle is at this point. I'm sure there's ways that we could find around it until that is all set up. Okay, but if we seriously wanted to, it would be possible to just start dealing with TBC and forget about money. But if one person thinks that way and the rest of the world doesn't, well, I guess I'd be kind of alone, wouldn't I? So, so since we are all in this together, and we are still we're still, how should I say, we're still propping up the old system. We're still propping that up. The system that is should have long been ditched, long ago. But here we are, we're still propping that up, thinking that it's not possible to walk away from it, which, you know, simply use our own system. It seems like that's something that humanity can't think that way. Why? I don't know. Beats me. I just totally don't understand that. Why we couldn't just start using TBC? You know, just make up our mind. From now on, it's TBC, period. Nothing more, nothing less. But then, of course, the people that don't know about TBC, well, it takes time for them to even tune into it. It's, it seems like when you come to a person with a completely new idea, it takes a bit for it to sink in. For some of us, we can do it in 2 seconds, and other people, they need 2 months. So it's not, we're not the same in that regard, you know. It seems like there's a time period from when you first hear the concept until you actually start seeing the actual benefit of it. And I think that this is why every time TBC, every time admin introduces something that is a 1 month kind of a promotion, well, first of all, there are those of us who instantly see it. Instantly see the benefit and how, you know, the huge benefit that it is. But there are many who don't tune in. They just don't seem to tune in, and by the time they see it, the special is over. You know, and then we start from scratch. And I would say that 99.9997, something like that, % of it is due to the brainwashing that has happened over the past probably about 200 years. You know, not that long ago in my broadcasts, I kept saying that it was probably over thousands of years that, you know, that this had all been taking place. But you know, new information kind of pretty clearly reveals that it's likely nothing more than maybe about 200 years or somewhere around there. Since all of history, all of so-called history has been completely, how should I say, old history being completely demolished, or at least the attempt made for it to be completely demolished and new history written as if it's from thousands and thousands of years back and yada, 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 when actually none of that is true. You got to ask yourself, what is the benefit? What is the deal? Why put so much effort in to hide what? Because, I mean, obviously, it's plain as day that it's a scenario that sort of would resemble that. Let's say the kids are left home by themselves, and they're left with an order to clean the house. But instead, they invited friends over and they had a party. And all of a sudden, they see the parents, pulling in, and now they are scrambling to try and make the house look cleaner than it was before the parents left. And when the parents come home and they see, oh, well, the house does look a little bit cleaner, but somehow it all looks like it probably happened in about a minute and a half. That's kind of how that's sort of the type of history books that our kids and grandkids, that's what's being taught in the school systems. That's sort of the type of history books that are being taught. It's a huge cover up for something, So what is it? What is it? And really, does it even matter? Does it even matter if we could just, as humanity, once and for all, stop serving those beasts? If we could just agree to do that, then we could actually, we could actually live peacefully on this wonderful planet. But will we ever get rid of those parasites? Well, that's a question that remains, I guess. Anyhow, here we are. Here I am on this same blog post that I looked at yesterday. And yesterday I read all of it, but today my mind was kind of on some other things. I mean, looking at the awesome what admin is putting out for us. It is staggering the clarity that admin has and is trying to reveal to us, and trying to give us set before us tools and benefits, and I mean, again and again, amounts that would just that is for those of us who see it and we do our work, we get so incredibly rich for the future when TBC becomes liquid. But for humanity to wake up is a snail's pace. It's like nobody knows where to turn. Everybody knows that something is really, really just not right, but they don't know where to turn. Because the thing is, when it comes to opportunities, there are millions of opportunities, most of which actually don't really pay squat. Many of them are only opportunities to have people, to take up people's time, but basically get nothing for that time. And here is TBC, that I would venture to say that TBC alone provides twice the opportunity of all of the rest put together on the entire globe. That's what I would venture to say. But do people see it? Oh boy, I tell you, that's a different story. All right, now see, if you were, let's say you were a person who would come on board and you'd say, okay, well, I'm pretty intelligent. Yeah, I'm quite intelligent. So yeah, give me the go. Give me the free gift, and you know what? Show me a few of the ropes, and I'll be on my way. I'm easy. I learn easy. I understand easily, and I'm going to give it a go. Well, all right. So here you are. Here's your post. You can read this, and if that doesn't inspire you to take some action, then well, then you have a problem. Plain and simple, really. And so then you help, you know. But if you do see it, then obviously you want 2 people. You know, just 2, and then what you want to do is help them see the benefit and help them get 2, each 2. Now you got to remember here, you got to take in consideration. Here's what happens. I have seen this over and over and over and over. You bring somebody in, and you so much as hint that you're going to help them, then they basically are going to do nothing, and you would be working your ass off to try to get 2 people under them. And the people under them, they are wondering, why is this person that is not my sponsor, why is he working so hard? Why is he the one that is trying to do all the work and my sponsor isn't doing anything? Obviously, there can't be much in it. There can't be much to it. My sponsor must see something that this other guy doesn't. And so obviously, I'm not going to do anything either. Is that how they are trying to build success? And is that why some of us burn ourselves out, and while the rest of them, they're sitting and watching the train go by and counting the cars and maybe even the axles, and then try to do the math, how many wheels that train has, and meantime, the business that they're trying to run is behind them. It's sitting there waiting for their attention to what? Maybe tell a few more people, and maybe explain to some people how it works and how they can help themselves. Not how you're going to do it all for them, but how they can help themselves to get rich, and show them, look, you know what? It's all here, guys. Go, let's go for it. I mean, look at what I did. I went for it. I have plenty. I am, you know, and if there is anything that you can't figure out, by all means, contact me. Let's get the ball rolling, folks. Let's get the ball rolling, right? So again, no doubt that TBC has amply provided ways of compensating, and in many different ways. Okay, so let me just come back from sharing the screen, and I want to just talk for a little bit yet. So we have, you know, TBC has not only given us very good benefits, you know, a reward that we get, but also has, you know, has laid out the process in steps that are very, very easy to follow. This is, you know, this is all to make it easy for us to really get the ball rolling and get many people in. And I'm guessing that part of the reason why it is so. Oh, Susie, thank you, Susie Harder. Thank you very much for you know, for tuning in. All right, so so this is how it is, right? We've got all the opportunity necessary in TBC to not only build huge wealth for the future, but also to create cash flow for the present, for our present needs, right? And so if you're watching this video and you're not in TBC yet, and you aren't sure what I'm talking about, you can contact me, or you can also use the links under the video to educate yourself. My contact information is there as well. By all means, reach out, and I'd be happy to help you. As I mentioned earlier, TBC alone has an opportunity that I believe is bigger, far better than all of the rest of opportunities put together. But hey, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Come and receive the free gift. Buy $100 worth of coin. Upgrade your wallet to the lifetime, pay your lifetime fee, and start referring people and see for yourself. Avail yourself of the information and see what's available here. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to close this today. Again, thank you very much, Susie, for tuning in to my channel today. I appreciate it very much. And so let's make this thing happen. All right.